barbaric, brutal, and cruel are the three adjectives used to describe the colonization process that France imposed on Vietnam, and in this video we will cover two parts. French colonization in Vietnam lasted for more than 6 decades. The French colonialists focused a lot on production, profit, and labor. It has a profound impact on the lives in the Vietnamese people. The French intensified the expropriation of land, established large plantations to plant rubber, an industrial curve that France valued at the time. About industry, the French focused on cars and metal. However, the French didn't build metallic plants in Vietnam. All minerals are transported to France. In here, some evidence of French policies in the industry that make Vietnamese citizens unbearable. About transportation, the French colonialists built a modern road system, both for long-term business and for military purpose. About the commerce, Vietnam has become the monopoly market of French capitalists. France has monopolized imports and export taxes. The French colonialists imposed new taxes, the heaviest tax on alcohol and drugs. During the French colonial period, alcoholism and ultimate smoking were widespread. Here are some traits from the past: 14 wide wind and autumn clubs. Opium is a commodity that the French openly trade and encourage Vietnamese to use, not branded as in the country. Politically and legally to serve the program of colonial exploitation. After invading Vietnam, the French colonialists didn't apply any achievement of the French Revolution of 1789 to removing the obsolete authoritarian feudalism and establishing a more progressive political regime under the democratic Enlightenment. It should be noted that the French colonialists implement an extreme hostile and discriminatory policy between the white French and Vietnamese natives. In his work entitled French Colonialism on Trial 1925, Ho Chi Minh wrote about the crime of French colonialism.
Colonial Exploitation is an old prison located on Colonial Street, Hanoi District, Hanoi. This prison was built by French in 1896 and is holding mainly political prison and anti-colonial patriots. The oppression and exploitation have led to the inevitable impoverishment of the working people, and it is accompanied by a deepening social division. French colonial governors, officials, have significant autonomy and authority, so often rule more power than they should have or were necessary. This encourages self-interest, corruption, and inequality.
Hi you guys, I'm Maya from Hanoi University. Today I'm going to find out documents and evidence during the French colonial period for one history subject. And the place we choose to study and find out today is Long Bien Bridge. Long Bien Bridge is the first steel bridge spanning the Red River connecting to district of Han Kim and Long Bien of Hanoi City. The bridge was built by the French from 1898 to 1902. The bridge is 2,290 meters long across the river and 898 meters of access bridge. It includes 19 steel girdle spans based on 20 pillars with unique architecture. Long Bien Prince is designed with a single rail running in the middle and the sides are two lanes for bike. One thing that few people know about the bridge is it was on the second longest bridge in the world. Bien Prince is a bridge gone with the title, Greatness of History of our country. Through many ups and downs of time and historical events, the bridge still stands out and becomes one of the symbols of Hanoi.
Let's move to education. In the early 19th century, the French established an organized education in Vietnam with two main purposes: train the executive class in the fields of administration, education, and health in Vietnam, and spread the French culture to eliminate the influence of Confucianism on Vietnamese people. The most important change in the French education brought to Vietnam was the science subject. For many centuries, Vietnamese people only relied on the complex philosophy to organize family and society. The establishment of many schools during French colonization marked the beginning of an organized education in Vietnam. It can be said that the French education lasted for nearly a century with many conflicting opinions. Its negative side with Vietnam was that the French colonial intriguers was achieved. However, it has created a class of knowledge that is qualified and mastering advance in science and technology, and that is the positive side that the French was unintended. Art and the way Vietnamese endorse the art has also directly influenced by the West during French colonization. The French held exhibitions, helping Vietnamese artists to interact with the Western public and local arts, and the fine arts have gradually integrated with the contemporary world to become modern. Unlike the West, Vietnamese art appeared in every village and always belonged to the majority. In the monarchy, it was mainly reflected in the pagoda statues and village communal decorations, seal paintings, and the artist is almost unknown. But now Vietnamese art has a qualitative innovation with many famous artists such as Nguyễn Phan Chánh, Nguyễn Gia Trí, Tô Ngọc Vân.
The Vietnam Museum of Fine Arts on Empire Street is a place imbued with the aesthetic heritage of franchise institution. Knowing about the artistic sense, the French demonstrate their progress and development as Latin art countries. Looking at the spatial design of the Vietnam Museum of Fine Arts, we can read the operation and the organization of the franchise 200 years ago.
It took Europeans 500 years to go from Michelangelo to public art. The concept of an art exhibition space was born from the luxury needs of a minority of aristocratic and bourgeois royalty, so they took advantage of forwards to exhibit the pictures. They thought it would be easier to compare them. In addition, the corridor is designed with many door systems for light. Now when the public pays more attention to modern art, the White Block, which is an art gallery from the West, appeared more and more is applied by many Vietnamese contemporary art spaces. For example, the White Block exhibition art in VCCA Royal City as a trace of the Western cultural and artistic exchange during the French colonial period.